So look, Taskmaster. Let's talk about
okay.
Taskmaster. And so I heard you say you're not going to do a Champion of Champions of Champions, which I'm very upset about. I can understand why you wouldn't want to do it.
When you do so many podcasts and interviews, and people ask you things, so you say something, and then it becomes gospel.
Yeah.
So we're not at that stage yet.
No.
We've still got one more Champion of Champions to go before we even consider that. I have a slight hunch that you should leave people wanting more.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't always give people what they want. But I also think more people would prefer to watch a loser of losers.
Of course, they definitely would.
Because that's what I get asked most. But I also have a problem with rewarding failure.
I also think both shows wouldn't be as good.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I think like everyone doing badly will be just annoying.
You don't want them to try to do
and everyone doing well will be. I mean, I still don't think everyone will do. Taskmaster is one of those things where even if people are good, I think they'll.
Yeah.
If I'd be in it, there'll be someone doing badly and everything anyway. But I just sort of think it would be at the moment the lineup of Champion of Champions is quite a dull.
Well, it's
lineup
quite white
of men.
and male. Yeah. And that, I guess, probably is a slight factor. Although the last Champion of Champions was all men and Maisie Adam.
Yeah.
But the one before, there was only one man. So,
Yeah.
hopefully, it's frustrating, I think, because we're pretty pleased with our numbers of representation. And then you see the 4 Champion of Champions, white men in their 50s.
You need to have more. Like if you did a proper series of Champion of Champions, I would not have won it. Lisa Tarbuck would have won it.
Right.
So I think you would have, and there was two men and 3 women in my Champion of Champions.
Yeah, well, that's good.
So it was just anyone could have won on one episode. Anyone can win.
Yeah,
which I'm delighted about.
But there's
myself.
That's true. But there's a slight element of the bubble being burst as well. That once you've been through the process, when you come back, it's not quite the same. I think.
No.
I mean, in some ways, that's interesting because it's the return of that person. But I do prefer having fresh people each time.
I think so. And you're so good at putting it together. World Cup of Taskmaster.
I would love that. I used to love international.
Yeah.
International Gladiators. Also, Krypton Fact. Going for gold.
Oh yeah, going for gold, but definitely.
Least away. But I think commissioners aren't that interested in. They don't want to see the Swedish person particularly. But I think that's interesting. I'd love to see that.
Yeah. But it would have to be you being the.
I don't know. It'd have to be Greg, I think.
Yeah.
But I do think the assistants are more interchangeable.
Do you think there's a better assistant than
Paul Williams, I think, the New Zealand one.
Really?
Do you know Paul?
I don't know him, but I've seen little bits of it, yeah.
Well, he's sort of similar to me in that he's quite nerdy, but he's really good looking.
Okay.
He's really good at... People think I'm good at music, but I'm not. I've got a band, but they're good. But Paul is really good at music.
Yeah.
He's good at acting. Yeah, he's funnier than me.
Okay.
So, yeah, Paul and Greg.
Do you think Greg's the best Taskmaster? You've got to say that, though, haven't you?
Yeah, although the Swedish lady is really good, and it helps them that they've got a woman in charge. Because it's not a great look for us. The older we get, these 2 old blokes telling everyone what to do and judging them.
Yeah, I think that's something that's only come along that's how, because what you mean, 10 years of, is it? 10?
Yeah.
So 10 years ago, no one was going, and yet now someone would definitely, would I lie to you?
If it was commissioned now.
Yeah, if it was commissioned now, would I lie to you? No one would go, should we have 3 blokes being in every...
Yeah.
They would have gone, no, we've got to put...
Yeah, although if it was on YouTube, you would do that.
Yeah.
And there's are lots of discussions to be had. I mean, ideally, it would be more representative.
Yeah.
But you don't want to commission something for those... it's got to be the best people.
Of course.
But you also need to push. We know what... Yeah, I do think we are doing a good job at promoting comedians who haven't got as bigger following as
look, it's amazing what and did nothing for me, but I think it had a negative effect for me.
Really?
I think I got less people coming to see me as a result of Taskmaster, but I think all the some Stevie Martin I just interviewed recently. I think it's been fantastic. Fatia Al Ghori I've been working with recently is amazing, and I think that not that she wasn't doing anything before.
No, I agree.
I think it kind of broke her.
Yeah, but that's quite unpredictable as well. Sometimes who people particularly like and don't like. But
it's good. I like it. I like the fact that there's that element to it, and then someone like Mike Wozniak, who I think we all comedians loved him.
Yeah,
but wasn't really getting any traction.
Well, there are some people that really does display their skills.
Yeah,
like Mike and John Kearns.
Yes, John's.
And then certain others. I mean, I think actually, if people know you already and you go on it, you're unlikely you're going to surprise anyone. So when Jack D did it, who was one of my all-time favourites, because I love Jack, when you watch it, you go, yeah, it's Jack D doing it.
Yeah.
And so there's no real,
No.
like, it's funny.
Yeah.
But he's already done that on Celebrity Big Brother years and years ago.
I suppose so, yeah. Is there another series
no.
of...
Oh,
I meant to introduce you
Richard.
with this. Is there another series of Alex Horne Breaks the News in the pipeline?
oh. I hope so. See, we were, I think, ahead of the game. That was a podcast on Dave
Yeah.
15 years ago.
It was a long time ago, yeah.
Did you do it a few times? Did I?
I don't know if
Well,
I
I
did.
was not
I
the
don't
booker.
think I did. No, I don't think I did.
I think it was quite good.
Yeah.
But now there's another podcast called Somebody Else Breaks the News
Oh, is there?
in Scotland, and it's
There is, yeah.
or Break the News. It's
Breaking
called.
news, yeah, something like that.
No, I don't think that's coming back.
No, okay.
But I have got plans. There's maybe I might do a stupid podcast, which would take loads of my time and not be popular.
Okay.
So I might do that.
Well, those are my best podcasts.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
But I can't tell you about it, so there's
Okay.
no point bringing that up.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, and we will go back to the book in a second because
Sure.
we are in the book podcast officially. But I also wanted to talk about how long has this been going on?
Oh, yeah.
So how did you? That was absolutely insane. So if people don't know about it, which
Yeah.
I'm sure they do. But
So what in our Horn section shows, we used to, as people left, we used to play the song "How Long" by Ace.
right.
But we just had the chorus on a loop, so it just went, "How long has this been going on?" for 20 minutes, and it was funny. And
Yeah.
then actually, we did Glastonbury for the first time last year, which was a real highlight of my life. And before we went on, we had that song again on a loop for about 40 minutes, and people found it really funny. And I think on the back of that, we thought we should do this as a like comic relief type thing. And it was quite weird. I said to Channel 4, we had this idea. We sing one song, we said for a week. And they straight away said, yeah, let's do it. But for a day, not a week. So we did it for Stand Up to Cancer in a shop window in Battersea. So we sang the same song for 24 hours
Yeah.
with people dropping in, like Al Murray playing the
I
drums,
saw
Jed
that.
Wood coming in.
You
Mr.
couldn't get rid
Blobby.
of Al Murray. It was a mistake letting Al Murray on the drums.
Yeah, it's funny. I think he did an hour and a half.
Yeah, he would have done. He'd have carried on after you'd stopped.
Yeah.
If you'd let him.
The idea of it was to be a bit of a counterpoint to these sort of marathon running things, which maybe we've seen enough of.
Yes.
Although they're always quite moving. But this was meant to be just a stupid thing. But it did become a bit of a marathon.
I mean, it must have been. I mean, I've sort of haven't done I've done things over a long period of time that are very similar.
Yeah.
I haven't done any of those sort of 24-hour.
Well, Mark Watson came and
Mark
did
Six,
a couple of sessions because he is.
Yeah,
sort
he's
of-
the king of it.
Yeah. And I said to him, I have newfound respect for you because you do go mad.
Absolutely, yeah.
And actually, during it, I felt quite sane. But the next week, I was a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
Because also, you feel odd that you feel like you've done something important, which is awful. So
Yes.
you feel like, oh, I've done this thing. But actually, no one, it did raise some money, which is great.
Yeah. I mean,
But everyone carries on with their life, don't they?
Wouldn't it have been good if it just didn't really raise that much? If it was like you've raised
400 quid. Yeah.
350.
I know. There is that worry always. But we did get the feeling it had a bit of momentum. It
Yeah.
felt like it was a fun thing. But I went to a party the next day and not a single person knew anything about it. And I couldn't speak. And they're saying, what's wrong with you? And you can't go on about it. So we really love doing it. And we think it was the best thing we've done as a band. But I also would never do it again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, well, that's what's the beauty of that kind of thing is you wouldn't do it again,
No, it's done now.
So yeah, and it's, I mean, doing it for a week though. Imagine,
That was a really stupid idea.
I think you would have.
But we all said, the six of us, because we are really, best friends.
Yeah.
The six of us being in a room without having to do any parenting or real work. No one checked their emails. It's really nice. It was just a really lovely thing. It was just before Christmas. And also lots of our heroes came in. Like Harry Hill came in for
Yes.
a bit. And then we walked into this weird studio at the end, and we didn't know anything was happening there. And they had all these surprises for us. And that felt pretty moving.
Yeah.
And actually, we've all, to be vaguely serious, we are all touched by cancer. I know
We
you
are.
are. And people I know
Of course.
have blah, blah, blah. So it did feel like it was a worthy cause. Who knows if it does any good.
No, I mean, I think it does. I think, all these things. I mean, Stand Up to Cancer is a really good one, I think, and the Cancer Research UK, I think, are behind that. Are they? I can't
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
who it
yeah.
is. But it's, yeah.
We met lots of
whoever it
good
is.
people, but you do. It's a bit like being a comic writing a kid's book, a comedian fronting a charity campaign where you get the reflected glory.
Yes.
There's
no.
something you get a bit icky about it.
Yeah, there is, but I think also that in that case, I think you can eat up the ick.
Yeah, I was all right with it.
Yeah,
I was really
because
comfortable
I
that it
think
was a funny idea.
Yeah, yeah, and it was a fun, and if you just decided to do that for no reason, I
Yeah,
would still.
you might as well raise
Yeah,
money,
you
yeah.
might as well raise money, but it's such a funny idea to do that.